Hello, my name is Cole Zarowski, and I did my presentation on the northern glass frog. I chose the northern glass frog because it's one of the coolest and cutest amphibians out there. It's basically the frog you think of when you think frogs. It has a cool feature where from its hands and underbelly you can actually see its organs. It has a little hook on the end of its spine that it uses for defending its territory from other frogs as well as for defending its eggs. Some other things about the glass frog is that they have nuptial pads, which is actually one of the big differences that separate them from others in its genus. It's 19 to 32 millimeters in length, with the females being much bigger than the males, and its hands are yellow with yellow spots all along its body. To top it all off, it's primarily nocturnal. The taxonomy of the northern glass frog is as follows. Its class is Amphibia, its order is Anura, which is basically all the frogs and toads, its family is Cetronidae, which is all the glass tree frogs, and its genus and species is the Habitulum fleschmari. The northern glass frogs live in this area here, from northern Mexico to northern Peru. They live in places such as rainforest, the Pacific lowlands, and any other kind of wet forest, as well as the northern Andes Mountains. Out of their entire genetic family, they are the widest ranging kind of glass frog. Due to their breeding habits, they are almost always found near rivers and trees within these environments. This is because when it lays its eggs, it lays them above a river or stream in the trees, so when they hatch, they fall into the body of water. There's actually not much known about the diet of the northern glass frogs, but we can assume it's similar to other kinds of tree frogs that live in the same habitat, such as the Agnaurus chachalatus, which is the red-eyed tree frog. These things eat small insects and arthropods, and the tadpoles eat off a more planty menu consisting of smaller vegetation and algae. The closest relative to the northern glass frog is the Habitulum tathori, which does not actually have a name in English. Some similarities between the two frogs are that they both have translucent skin and both occupy similar habitats. Some differences between the two frogs would be that the Habitulum tathori have deeper colored hands, and their conservation status is threatened. The closest family to the northern glass frog, however, is the Hadale family. Some similarities between the two are that they both consist of tree frogs, and they both have nuptial pads on their feet. Some differences between the two families would be that the Hadale do not have translucent skin and their tadpoles are usually filter feeders. One adaptation of the northern glass frog is its unique call. Though similar, the northern glass frog has a unique mating call from all the other frogs and toads in the area. This is an advantageous adaptation because it helps to attract the correct mates and not get confused with all the other mating calls in the area. Another adaptation of the northern glass frog is its translucent skin. Because its skin is semi-see-through, it blends in with whatever it's sitting on, much better than all of its competition. Due to this, it escapes predators more often and lives to hop another day. Though the glass frog has a conservation status of least concern, there are still many things that could pose a threat to it. Deforestation is a major role in determining glass frog survival. Because they exist and breed in trees, the destruction of forests would be a major blow to their numbers. Another thing that could pose a threat to the glass frogs is urban expansion. Even if the cities and towns are not built where they're currently living, the lumber still has to be supplied from somewhere. If it comes from the glass frog's natural habitat, it would increase deforestation in that area. One final threat that is posed to the glass frog's population is pollution of rivers and streams. Frogs have skin that takes in oxygen and water as well as any pollutants that are in said water. Any of these pollutants that would be absorbed by the glass frog would harm it and then reduce their numbers. Thank you all for watching and have a nice day.